What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cracker Hunters. I'm Carolina Hitman.
I'm Anubis.
And today we're going to be doing a Shootin the Shit. And if you couldn't tell by the beautiful statue that's in front of us, we're going to be doing a Shootin the Shit on the Predator.
And if you can't see by my small stack of comic books right here, that we use some of them for reference.
Yes. So, yeah, Predator.
The Yautja.
Yeah, Yautja. Yautja.
Yautja.
Yeah, Yautja. Yes, man, this is actually one of my favorite sci-fi characters ever created.
Actually, I think this one's my favorite.
Really? I think the Xenomorphs will probably be my favorite of all time. This one will be like a close second.
I think the reason why this one's my favorite is because it has my favorite actor. One of my favorite. Well, back when I was younger.
Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, Schwarzenegger. Arnold played in this one, so it automatically drew me to it. You know, he played the Terminator, so.
Right. So, what we're going to do, we're going to go through a lot of different things in these, because this is going to be easily a 2 to 3 part video.
And so, I think that we got to give the Predator
Collectibles, yes.
Yeah, we got to give you a shout out because, man, you are on top of things.
You know something about Predator. I ain't seen too many people that know as much about Predator as we do.
And you make us look like amateurs.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So I do appreciate the comments that, letting us know in a polite way too as well. And if we're wrong about something, you let us know right away. And let us know what the correction actually is. So I appreciate that.
And I do have to give you another shout out too. When I was talking about this maquette, when we did the unboxing, I mentioned that the helmet had like the language on it. I didn't mean that it was engraved. I think the paint that they did on it gave it a little Easter egg. That's all it was. Okay. It wasn't like it being engraved or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and mention that, and you'll see it, which I'm sure you can see it right here. And what I'm talking about is right here, where it's similar.
You good?
It's similar to the language. It's just an Easter egg. All right, now.
So yes. So what we're gonna be talking about some different things. We're gonna be talking about the comic books. We're gonna be talking about the movies. We're gonna be talking about the society that they're in. A bunch of different things that we're going to be talking about. So
the actual, just the Yautja culture.
Yes.
And the history.
Yep. So bear with us, everybody, because this is probably going to be easily a 3-part video. So.
It is.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So let's get started. So what we're going to start off with is the Predator movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
That movie is awesome. Like, that is one of my favorite action movies / sci-fi movies / horror movies of all time.
I don't think it's considered a horror movie.
We got notes, by the way, because there's a lot of shit that we're going to be talking about, so we got to have some notes.
I wouldn't consider the first Predator any kind of horror.
Well, when you think about it...
I consider it sci-fi action.
Well, when you think about some of the things that it did as far as the murder, the gore, and everything like that, and how it switched from being a sci-fi action movie to almost being sort of a slasher movie with those guys being hunted and killed one by one. And that's the only reason why I consider
that just seems like a hunter.
Well, no, but...
That seems like a hunting.
Well, when you're the prey, I'm pretty sure being hunted is horror.
Well, no, I'm not disagreeing with that. I think it's like... I would almost consider it a hunting documentary because I don't know if anybody's ever been a hunter before. I have. I can skin a deer quicker than anybody you probably ever met. And that's exactly how I do it, is the way the Predator does. The Predator does it.
Okay, that's a fair point. Like I said, the only reason why I consider it not a full-blown horror is gore and slashing. Yeah. And, gore and the kills and everything.
Well, that's part of hunting, man.
No, that's true. But I think, like I said, if you're the prey, it's a horror movie. It's a horror thing to you. But
I'll give you that. That's a good point. I like that.
But what I love about this, man, about that movie is exactly how I stated it. Like, it started off as an action movie, far as with Dutch and what's Carl Weathers character?
Dylan?
Yeah, it starts off with them. Son of a bitch. Yeah, but
the most manly handshake ever.
Just bulging out. Yeah, and it starts out like something like that, where they're going in the woods. They're going to attack this group of rebels. And
guerrilla fighters.
Yeah, guerrilla fighter. Thank you. They're going to attack these guerrilla fighters, and it's basically an action movie where there's guns firing, explosions,
blazing. It's definitely early '90s, '80s style too.
Oh yeah,
not one of them holds the gun up the way it's always like hip fire.
Right. And my favorite part about 80s action movies is that the hero never gets hit at all. Like, he's just firing from the hip and is the most accurate dude on the field. Like, these guys are aiming like this, missing him. With,
not him. Not Dutch Safer.
Yeah, I mean, just missing. And they're firing from the hip and the most accurate shots that you could possibly take. And it starts out as an action movie. Now, after they attack the base, we start to see the creature itself, like not him, but the vision, the heat vision he has, and you see when he grabs the scorpion and you see his claws and everything. So now it transitions from an action movie to now you see the sci-fi elements.
Well, it started out with that. The very, very beginning, the opening scene is in
Where
Earth's
it's-
orbit, where
that's true.
he shoots the pod down.
And that's true, but it doesn't go like, I agree with that.
I mean, you just sit there and you look at it like, oh, what's
okay, what is that?
Okay,
Yeah.
Anyway.
And it isn't until you see him grab that scorpion and open his hands, you see the claws.
It's him recording Billy and Hawkins.
Right, talking. And I love this transition. It's not abrupt. It's very, very what's the
Modest.
word? Modest, but I can't remember the word. We'll go with modest. But it just smoothly, yeah. It smoothly transitions between each genre of a movie. Like I said, action, then sci-fi, and for me, then horror once everybody starts dying and getting blown apart. And the transitions are smooth. Like, it's not abrupt. It eases you in.
It's a well-made movie.
It really is. Like, the director did a really good job.
And the funny thing too about this, not a lot of people realize is that they didn't get the actual Predator
Right.
until the movie was
Already in production.
It was
in production.
3/4 done.
Well, right.
No, it was almost completely finished before they actually got the Yautja.
And if anybody ever remembers, I think we did a previous review on one of our statues where I showed where the actual creature looks nothing like.
Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme was supposed to be the actual creature, but he backed out.
Well, no, he didn't back out.
No, he did back out.
No. Actually, he didn't back out. What happened is that they put the suit on, and
it looked ridiculous.
Well, not just ridiculous. It was hard for him to move. He really couldn't bend at the waist. Really couldn't move at the waist. And
well, the reason why I say he didn't like it is because he couldn't show off his martial arts skills in that suit.
And the thing, and that not only just that is that the fact that he was not
being seen. He wasn't being seen as him.
Well, no, not even just that. The main thing is that he didn't look intimidating compared to all the other actors. You got these guys that are trained bodybuilders.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is little.
And he's not, and that's not to take anything from Jean-Claude, because he's still a pretty built character built
but
guy.
You're going against Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Carl Weathers,
Jesse the Body Ventura.
These guys who work out.
The body.
Yes.
The Jesse the Body Ventura.
So when they compared it to the actors, and it's like, okay, you know what?
This
doesn't look intimidating enough.
This is not working.
And the studio that actually made it, let me look up, because I gotta look at my notes because I don't want to.
Ryan? No, it wasn't.
No, it was Boss Studios, and it was led by Steve Johnson, and he actually provided some of the gore effects for the movie. And like I said, once they got into the production and really started thinking about it, okay, this isn't intimidating, and the suit itself was so impractical in the jungle itself that they said, okay, you guys, we gotta do something different.
So we got to talk about who created the actual Yautja.
Well, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's actually an interesting story too. So they shut down production. They released Jean-Claude Van Damme, and now with the recommendation of Arnold Schwarzenegger, because Arnold Schwarzenegger worked with Stan Winston on Terminator. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, made a suggestion, hey, let's get Stan Winston. He does really good effects. So what they did is they went to Stan Winston. He agreed to do the creature, and he actually got the idea from it. It was a picture. I'm gonna post a picture up of a Rastafarian type painting, that was up in his office. So
let's go ahead and mention this out too. Is James Cameron gave Stanley Winston the idea for the mandibles?
Yes, he did, and they were on a plane on the way to actually do a promotion for the movie Aliens. So
yeah, and James Cameron was kind of sitting there looking at Stan Winston. He's like, hold on, let me draw something up real quick. And he's like, here's the mandibles. Because James Cameron always wanted to put mandibles on a monster.
Right, and which it makes it
this makes this dude even more intimidating.
It does, and the painting that inspired the final design of the Predator was a painting by Alan Monroe, and that's Munro. But that's what the redesign was based off of. When he saw the pictures, like, you know what, that would be a good idea to make this creature, and
then they also had another problem after actually making the creature was finding somebody big enough to.
Yes. Now, I can't remember who the guy's name was. Do you remember?
No. We have notes, but
yeah, honestly, but that's not in there.
Actually, I do know one thing about the actor who played the Predator.
Oh, here we go. It was actually Kevin Peter Hall. That's who actually played.
Okay.
Because he was 7 feet 2.5 inches tall.
Okay, now the thing that I know that you might not is that he actually was in the first Predator movie.
Who?
He was the pilot at the very end, the helicopter pilot at the very end of the movie.
I did not know that.
Yeah, when he looks at the blast, and all the shit's going wrong with the helicopter. That's him.
I did not know that. Okay, wow. Learn something new every day, everybody.
Like I said, we're no slouches when it comes to the Predators or the Yautjas.
Yes.
It's just We have separate interests on them.
And I agree. Like mine, I think our interest on the Predator itself is actually pretty even. Because I love the fact that how he hunts, their society, the honor-bound society that they have. Because for them, hunting a prey,
it's
they
status.
do it. Yes, it's status. Yes. Because we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
No, I was just saying. That's what it is.
Fair enough. But back to the movie, yeah, Kevin Hall. That dude's 7 feet, 7'2", 7'2"
I mean, it's hard to make Arnold look small.
Right. And he does.
Yeah, actually, he also makes Danny Glover look small.
Which Danny Glover is actually pretty tall.
I know, he's giant. He's a fucking giant.
Yeah, which I would have never even known that, by the way. I mean, he's actually pretty damn tall. He's over 6 feet.
I told you when we were talking about when we were doing the unboxing of the.
Oh, that's right, you did. That's right.
He's actually a pretty big guy.
Yeah, which still that isn't.
Wait, we're not done yet. We're gonna actually talk about Predator 2.
Oh, we are. Oh, yeah.
Because I think that honestly deserves to be in our Shootin' the Shit.
Oh, it is. It's a Predator.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but what I love too about the 80s and 70s and 80s, the ingenuity of the people who create the creatures. Because you know how they created the blood, the fluorescent blood that the Predator bleeds.
No, I don't.
KY jelly and glow sticks. And that's the thing. Like they had to keep so much.
I should have fucking knew that because that's what they used for the slime on the Xenos.
Really?
It was KY jelly.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
So, but I should have fucking known that.
Right. But I love the ingenuity in the 70s and 80s because they didn't have CGI and things like that. So
they had a good concept and a good grasp on the computer effects, which is actually that's how they did the infrared with the first Predator movie. Yeah.
No, actually they didn't use CGI.
It was not pure infrared.
Oh, that okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of the cloak.
It wasn't CGI. It was. I don't know. I don't know if I can really explain it because it's kind of really technical and I don't really understand a lot about like computers and stuff.
Fair enough, me neither.
But I know it was.
I know how to use them.
But like I know it wasn't infrared. It wasn't true infrared with the first Predator.
Okay, got you. Which a lot of people don't know that the Predator's vision is actually infrared anyway.
Right.
It's actually infrared.
We did see in the actual Predator movie when he took his mask off.
Yeah, right. And all the mask does is that it enhances his infrared and gives him different light spectrums to be able to see through.
Yeah, maybe that's where I was going with. I'm just saying the technology behind the camera.
Got you. Okay, got you.
I don't really understand that.
Me neither.
The reason why they couldn't do full-on infrared though
is the fucking jungle.
Yeah, it's everything's over 100 fucking degrees.
Right. And that's hard to do infrared when you're already in 100-degree temperature.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when the jungle's hotter than you are.
Everything is red.
Yeah. So,
which I think they did that because when the Predator took his mask off, everything was red.
Right, exactly, and
couldn't really even determine what he was fighting.
Right, and but he whipped Arnold Schwarzenegger's ass.
Oh,
but anyway,
man, he was beating his ass. Anyway.
Right. And to get off of the Yautja itself, I really love the fact that they got actors that were intimidating, like big actors, like bodybuilders, Carl Weathers,
Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Shane Black, Jesse. Shane Black was cut. He wasn't huge like that, but he was still cut up now. And Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
I don't know the guy's name who played
Billy.
Billy. I forgot his name.
He was a Native American.
Yes. And I don't know his name.
He came to Kentucky every year, by the way.
I wish I'd have caught him, man, because I'd love to have him sign my damn skull.
Man, I try my damnedest.
Right. So we had these actors that are huge, man. Good, bodybuilders who worked out on set.
Oh no, actually, the fun fact about the first Predator movie, fun fact about it is that each one of the actors kept up with Arnold.
Right.
Through his workout program throughout the entire movie, from in the jungle, by the way. So
screw that.
Props.
That's what. Yeah, I agree, but I'm not doing all that,
man. No, I mean we're talking like mile runs and shit at the very beginning of the day, another 2 miles at the end of the day after 16 hours of shooting.
That's a lot of work.
Let's go ahead and go for another run.
Right.
You're like, no,
but
man, I'm hungry. I want to go home and go to bed. I want to hit my trailer up. It's air conditioned.
Right. But that's why I really appreciate them actually going with a different design for the Predator, because you do need something that's going to be intimidating to these other guys that are.
You need something that's going to be able to take these guys down.
Exactly, and as we see, the Predator is more than capable of taking each one, even in hand-to-hand combat, he is more than capable of taking down each and every one of them.
Actually, he'll do hand-to-hand combat just to humor himself.
Probably,
humor himself. Just out of, oh, well, all you got's a blade? Well, you know what? I'm gonna take all my shit off.
Let me take. Like I said before, right? It's like a woman taking her earrings, getting ready for. Let me take my shit off right now. You want to fight?
We're gonna fight.
So yeah, man, and that's one of the things I love about the Predators, man. Their honor-bound system, like
that's right. It's almost like
samurai.
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with that. It was actually honor-bound. You know, maybe that's. You know, in that different universe, of course, none of this is real.
Right.
But maybe in this universe, that's where the samurai got their honor-bound system from.
Maybe, because it shows in some of the other movies to where they were technically responsible for like pyramids and stuff, which I hate Alien versus Predator. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I hate that movie.
Actually, I'm not gonna try and sway your mind or anything like that. But the pyramid is Mayan, Aztec, and Egyptian.
But that's what I'm saying.
All put together.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But the Predators it showed that they had a hand.
They're the influence.
You're right, exactly.
They're the guys who were like, hey, do this.
So like I said, this is the reason why Predator 1 is one of my favorite movies of all time. The ingenuity, the effects, and just the dedication from each actor, man, in that jungle. Because I live in Kentucky and I live in North Carolina. I think those are human. I don't even want to imagine what a rainforest in South America is. Well, I don't even want to imagine.
Yeah, it's hot and humid, and you get trench foot, and your feet are gonna rot off.
And these guys are, doing these scenes in the middle of summer, dead heat. And
well, not in Predators. Not in the not in the Adrian Brody Predators movie.
I'm talking
not in that one. That was in the dead of winter.
Right. And for me, I think that's why I love this movie so much. Just the dedication from everybody, because they realize
these are hard terrains.
Yeah, not just like, I don't even want to imagine what Kevin Hall had to go through.
Oh my God.
Carrying his suit, carrying the animatronics from the head on his head, and still traversing all this different terrain while carrying all this.
I was gonna say. Well, it was only for a few scenes, but those few scenes were probably hell for him.
Yeah, exactly.
So honestly, yeah, you're absolutely right.
And then wearing this in the summer.
I know,
man.
I know. That's what we're talking about. These guys, they are Doug Jones. This guy,
Kevin Hall.
Kevin Hall. This guy, he is Doug Jones good.
Ah, yes.
And that's
yes.
Saying
Pan's
something.
Labyrinth and all them. Yes.
Pan's Labyrinth,
Hellboy,
Shape of Water.
Right. So that's saying something.
That's actually saying something, because this guy is crazy.
Yeah, I don't.
They're like, hey man, put this really hot ass suit on in the middle of the rainforest, and he's like, all right, I'm cool with that.
Good. Yeah, I'm good.
I didn't pass out once because he's a badass.
Yes. So this is the reason why I love this movie so much, man. Just, it's so many things to really dissect in the movie, Far as the
Just the first Predator movie.
right, that's what I'm saying. Just the first Predator movie. It's that right here. Like I said, that. Oh, never mind. You grabbing something else. But oh, and plus, I didn't even mention that Peter Cullen is actually the one who did the vocalizations for the Predator himself. So that's Peter Cullen's voice that you hear making the sounds, and when he's talking, even yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool too.
Well, you know, I don't know if the Predator's voice is really.
I meant like the clicking and well, it's not in the first movie, but when you later on, like the Alien versus Predator, when you get more detailed glimpses of their society.
I love how the main word that the Predators say is motherfucker.
Right. Even in the traversing the universe, profanity is the first thing everybody learns.
Motherfucker.
Swear.
You're one ugly motherfucker.
What the fuck are you? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
it's always fuck.
Because it's the best. It's the perfect noun. It can be a noun, adjective.
Actually, it can be
verb.
any word.
No, it can't. It's the only word, only profanity that can be used in everything. Yeah, it is. But anyways.
And actually, fun fact about the word fuck, that it is universally known on the planet Earth. When somebody says fuck, every language knows it.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody does.
I mean, that's like literally a fact.
No, really, like you can go to
that's like, it's literally a fact.
I don't even care if you speak English. You hear fuck, and you already know this motherfucker. Did he just call? Yeah, you're right.
He just said fuck you.
You're right. But anyway, so like I said, Predator is easily one of my top 5 sci-fi movies of all time. Easily.
It's easily actually one of the. Honestly, I would say easily one of the best sci-fi movies made of all time.
Oh, I agree. That's it. That's what I said. Top 5 for me. I have 4.
It's not just for you. It's for
fair enough.
Just in general.
Right. So let's. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's even more fun because of even now we've got movies coming out still.
Right.
Okay, we got the first movie that came out in 1987.
Right.
Which was The Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's where the concept came up with, which is really different because usually they're based off like a concept is based off a comic book,
yeah, exactly,
a novel or something. But this character has comic books, novels, everything based off of a movie.
Yep. Based off of a design.
Based off
Stan
one
Winston.
design. Yeah.
And that's amazing.
And I wonder if he gets novelty rights.
He probably. I would imagine he does.
If he didn't, then,
I'd feel mad. I'd be mad.
If he does, he's actually probably multi-billionaire.
Oh yeah, because he should. Because no matter what, whether they change the design a little bit.
Predator comics are not cheap.
No, I'd imagine not. Well, back then they were, but not
now. I mean, if you go to try and find anything with Predator related in it, it's hard to find. I've got a few that are almost considered non-existent.
Right.
That's how rare they are. And that is Alien versus Predator versus Terminator. Those are don't give the look until you don't give me that look until you read the fucking book.
Fair enough. All right, so you want to jump to Predator 2. Now that we talked about Predator 1 enough, you want to jump to Predator 2 now?
Are we going to?
Yeah.
Are you actually going to give more of a diagnosis on this movie rather than fuck this movie?
Yeah, that's what Will said too. But yes, it is. So we're going to talk about Predator 2 now. Now, I will say this. Even though I exaggerate my feelings on Predator 2, I do understand that it is a decent movie. Just the fight between Danny Glover and the Predator.
Yeah, the Yautja.
Yeah, it soured me. Especially when I saw.
I don't see how though.
No. Okay, I want you to do something, and I'm gonna show you why I don't like the fact that Danny Glover beat him. If you go back and look at the scene where it's going through his trophy skulls.
No, I know that scene.
Did you not see that huge creature?
No, I saw the Xeno at first.
Yeah, but
actually, the first scene was him cleaning out a human skull, which was the King
Willie.
King Willie.
Now, if you go back
then it pans out and you see the Xeno skull.
And
that was the first time we actually got to see that the Predators and the Xenos are related.
Yeah. Now, not even just that, but
and then the big one in the middle.
But that alone, right there, not even the fact that he has killed a xenomorph lets me know that Predator was an elite hunter. Because they hold the xenomorphs in high regard as being as far as being the perfect prey to hunt because they're so dangerous. and they like a lot of predators die
Well, they're
trying to get
fun to
them.
kill.
Well, that too, not for us, but if you go back and look at that scene, which I'm gonna post a picture right now of the scene that I'm talking about, and you see how huge the creature that predator killed was, because
I know that. I know exactly which skull you're talking about. So it's the fucking main point in his archive.
right. So that thing was like 5 times
Dude,
as
it was
bigger.
a big bad motherfucker.
Exactly.
It was a bad thing.
Huge, and that's my point. It's like that predator killed that type of creature.
Okay, but
So,
you know, I think that was okay. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but what I'm saying is that just shows you. What about this predator? We didn't get to see his trophy case.
And that's true. We did not.
This is when it comes to Predator 2, which I hate it when you say fuck this movie, because I honestly think it deserves more than what you're saying. You know, we didn't get to see this. We didn't get to see the first Predator's trophy case. All we got to see was him taking Billy's skull. That's it.
But we also got to see him kill a trained group of military personnel. Like, I want to say mercenaries.
And you're acting like in the second movie we didn't get to see the Predator kill a trained group of cartels.
Okay, no. First of all,
Wait. Hold on. Wait. You're missing the point though. That are so fucked up on cocaine. They are literally Tony Montana fucked up.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think if Arnold Schwarzenegger and his crew would have went in that building, they would have took all those guys out easily?
Not easily.
I'd say easily.
I don't think they.
Because remember now, they took out an entire base of trained guerrillas.
No.
Trained.
You're talking about a confined space rather than an open jungle.
A jungle is worse than a confined space.
No, that is not true. At least you got trees to hide behind.
You got corridors and rooms to hide behind.
That are guarded by heavily coked out fucking Colombians.
And that's fair enough, but I still think
heavily coked out Colombians that feel no pain.
No. They were Rastafarians. They were Jamaicans.
No, in the very beginning.
Yeah, you're right. But that's different though. I mean, that predator was cloaked and he killed all of them. But what I'm saying is that he still he was traversing the jungle, which is a lot harder to traverse than a city. Because you got all this different.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying either one of them's better than the other, but you know, we never seen the Predator 1's trophy case.
And that's a good point. I'll concede to that.
I don't think you're giving the credit to the Los Angeles police detective.
I give him credit because he's still Los Angeles is a hellhole. I don't. Okay, let me rephrase. I don't want to offend.
You're right.
No,
the City of Angels.
But I'll say this: in that movie, the City of Angels was a hellhole.
It's a war zone.
Yeah, it was a war zone.
Not a hellhole. It was a war zone.
Yeah, a war zone. So I do agree. Danny Glover's skill as a cop is not under question.
It wasn't even about that. It was just his skill as a fighter.
But we don't see him fight. He uses guns. As a cop, he is going through and detective skills. But what I'm saying is, for him to be a Yautja in hand-to-hand combat, even one with one arm, Batman could barely do that. Let's just be honest. And I know.
Well, let's not forget that Danny Glover cut that arm off.
Because the Predator
with the Predator weapon. But the Predator made one mistake. That's all he did was he made one mistake.
And that's fair enough.
Okay,
because he was about to set off his bomb.
That's what I'm saying, man. He made the one mistake. He was about to set off his bomb. Now, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You're jumping a little bit farther to conclusions. All it takes is that one mistake. And we've said this in our Tournament of Power and everything. All it takes is that one mistake. And
you're right, though. I can't even disagree with you. You're right.
And all that Predator did was he let Danny Glover's character have that disc.
Which, honestly, right there, would have disbarred him from being a hunter.
That's right.
Like from this society,
That's
which
right.
we're going to get into that.
Absolutely right.
Yeah,
would it disbarred him? It's almost like Judge Dredd losing his gun.
Yes, exactly like that.
And you know,
well, we'll get into that. We'll get into a little bit more detail in that.
But we're talking about Predator 2,
right?
And why I think that you're not giving it as much credit as it deserves, even though that the Predator was so renowned with his trophy case. I think that you're missing the fact that he made one mistake, and that one mistake
cost him his
life.
Well,
actually, it cost him his life.
Yeah, and I'll agree with that because even the Yautja, they do consider humans one of the most dangerous prey to hunt because they're so unpredictable and able to do different things. And I can give you that. It's just that, man, after seeing, even though we didn't see his, I saw Predator 2's Predator's trophy skull. And the size, and that's the only thing that makes me, and again, I get what you're saying though, because you're right though, because he made a mistake and it cost him his life. But it's just that, man, it's weird seeing a Predator with such a decorated trophy case lose to a human in hand-to-hand combat.
All it takes is just that one mistake of his disc. And we're not forgetting that he took down an elite squad.
That's true, with the ones that were actually hunting him.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And that's when we see the different light spectrums that he can go through.
They figured him out. They knew who he was. They knew exactly how to hunt him.
Right.
The hunter, even though... I mean, we saw all that with Jake Busey's
Jake Busey?
No. Gary Busey.
Gary Busey, yeah, thank you. Yeah, Gary Busey.
Jake Busey was in Starship Trooper as Ace. But anyway, with Gary Busey's character, they figured out everything about him with the Arnold's debrief.
Right.
Dutch Schaefer's debrief.
And like I said,
I think that's what you're kind of killing me with is when you say fuck that movie. You know, I kind of hate that because it is a well-made, it's structured, it goes along with the Predator technology,
and it does advance
it shows us a lot of the Predator technology.
And you know what? Because you're starting to almost, I hate this, but you're starting to convince me as why I'm wrong on this. Because it does advance the mythology of the Predator itself. Because you see, like the thing that is shot into one of the Rastafarian's head. Its metal isn't even on our elemental scale.
No, it wasn't the Rastafarian. It was the Native American detective. Danny Glover.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Danny Glover.
No, it wasn't Rastafarian.
No.
Are you sure?
He was not Rastafarian. Danny Glover's partner. Danny.
Right.
I think is what his name was. Yeah. Because he sent Danny back to the penthouse. And in the penthouse is where, you know, he was going up in the ducks and whatever. And then next thing you know.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Shot to the head, which Predator Collector, you were absolutely right about that. That is a very good point. Talking about that little spear, you know, it was not.
It's not on our elemental scale. So it's a metal.
And it's almost
weightless. Yeah. So I mean, that's one of the things. Like I hope the new Predator movie does. It expands a little bit more.
Well, we're gonna actually get to see because we saw in the trailer where.
There's two Predators in that movie.
Well, it doesn't matter. We saw in the trailer where it shows the anatomy of the actual Predator.
So I'm hoping it does go into detail.
I'm almost hoping that it's going to even say Yautja.
I hope it better. Like I hope so too.
It doesn't matter because the actors in this movie are phenomenal.
What are you talking about? He's like
Thomas Jane. Thomas Jane's not.
Well, okay, fair enough. But he's
Keegan Michael Key.
He's not. No, he's not a phenomenal. I'm not saying he's not a phenomenal actor.
Old buddy who plays in Hatfields and McCoys.
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
Yeah,
the trailer doesn't.
It's the same guys who played in Logan.
That's fair enough. Okay, yes, right. So, yeah, okay, good. And Suicide Squad, isn't it?
No, he doesn't play in Suicide Squad.
No, yes, I'm thinking of somebody else. You're right.
You're totally the Rick Flag character.
Yeah.
Which he is a good actor.
Yeah. So I do see your points, and honestly, I can see why that would upset somebody when I say fuck that movie. You bring up very valid points.
It's not about whether or not. I mean, I can see where you don't like it because it is a sequel. Sequels are always weak.
Right.
But this one here, you're not looking at the point. Honestly, I don't think you're seeing the full spectrum.
All right, what's the spectrum I'm missing then?
I think you're missing that this is a LA detective in the middle of a Colombian drug war
with the Jamaicans, right?
No, the Jamaicans aren't even a part of the drug war. They're just on the other side.
Okay, yeah.
And he's using the Jamaicans to help him find out more about the Colombians. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think the side of the spectrum is that Danny Glover's character is actually a formidable opponent because he's not only is he smart, he's like
he's a detective.
Yeah, he's literally almost as good as Dutch Schaefer's brother, Detective Schaefer.
Oh, okay.
That's
fair enough.
I think that's where they were going with it.
And I think too, man, we don't see And Danny Glover is not no small dude either, so he's actually pretty big. So
and not only is he big, but he's very, dude. That's his city. You don't fuck with the dude in his own city.
Fair enough. And
That's home. That's home.
Home turf. Yeah. And I can see, and you're right. I can concede to that because
that's the only thing that kind of bothers me when you say like fuck this movie.
Right. and that's fair enough.
I mean, I get your point. I get it.
Right.
It's fine.
But it still shouldn't take away from the overall fact that the movie was a decent movie that it was made. Because you're right.
I don't know. I think it could have been better.
Oh yeah, it could have been better, especially after the first one, because it's nowhere near the first one.
I'll tell you another thing, which is a fun fact. Fun fact: in Predator 2, there is one actor in the movie that has been killed by all three.
All three what?
All three. There's been one actor in it that's been killed by a Predator, a Xeno,
and a Terminator. And that would be the lady. I forgot her name, but yeah.
No, that's wrong. It's Bill Paxton.
Not just Bill. No, you're actually forgetting.
It's Bill Paxton.
You're forgetting one too.
Who?
The one who played Vasquez.
She's not in Predator 2.
Yes, she is. As their partner. That's her. Yep. She's a Predator. She's an alien.
I thought you said it wasn't her.
No, that's her. Well, no. If I'm not mistaken, that's her. If I'm not mistaken.
I think you may be a little bit.
I may be wrong, but I think that's her.
But for certain, Bill Paxton's killed by all three.
Right, yeah. For certain, he's been killed by all three. But that's, yeah. Which I miss Bill Paxton. I miss him, man.
He's still in movies.
Yeah. No, he's dead. Yeah, Bill Paxton died a while ago, like a year or two ago.
We're going to have to look this up.
Well, that's fine. You're fine. But yeah, I made a mistake. You made one. It's fine. You were correct. It's easily corrected. That's all.
I don't think that he's dead.
No, he is dead. Like he died, like I think last year.
That's upsetting.
It is. And it's sad because he was one of my favorite actors.
I really like him.
Yeah. But anyways.
And thanks, Alvin.
Sorry, I just dragged the mood down.
It. Thanks, Carolina. You just fucking fucked me all up.
Buzzkill. Right. But yeah. So I do agree. Like I said, I do agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with anything you said. It's just for me. I won't say fuck this movie or I don't like the movie. I don't like the fact that the Yautja got taken down.
I'm just happy that you're willing to open up and.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you know me, man. Yeah, I am. Like I said,
I'm pretty sure our viewers are happy to hear this.
Yeah. Too. And that's the thing. I just don't like. That's the only thing in that movie I really did not like. I'll say that is the fact that.
It wasn't easy for him.
And it wasn't. And honestly, it was not.
He was fucked up.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he was more fucked up than Arnold was.
Yeah. And so I can agree with that. But I still think that's the only thing that irritates me about that. We're just seeing the different prey that Predators hunted. It just was off-putting that he lost to Danny Glover.
Well, we also got other things from that movie too. We also got to see how old these predators are.
Yeah, because they can be over 1,000 years old.
Actually, we got the elder predator.
Right.
That was in this movie.
Yep.
And the different clans.
Yes.
And so many things come from this great movie. I wouldn't call it a great movie, but it is a good movie.
Yeah, it is. I can admit that. It's a pretty decent movie.
I think what it is with you, you don't think that Danny Glover is up to the standards of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, he's and you're absolutely right. And that's not just Arnold Schwarzenegger, but that entire crew of people
I think that's just bias from you.
Maybe, but it's just the way I feel. Honestly, I can't say it was biased or not, but it's just the way I feel.
Either way, we get a lot from this movie that we never got from.
Yeah, from Predator 1. We get to see a lot more of the technology and a lot more of the mythology.
And then after this movie, we got so much more stuff. We got comic books.
Novels.
Novels. It's because of Predator 1 and Predator 2. We're getting mainly Predator 2 with the Xeno skull.
Right. And yes, I will agree with that.
This is the reason why these things are mixed.
Right. And I appreciate that. I do appreciate that part of the movie.
I would appreciate if you wouldn't say "fuck this movie" no more.
Fair enough.
Because this is what and when I'm talking about this is what we're getting. We're getting wonderful stuff. We're getting stuff like this.
And what I love
Reading
about the
stuff
comics
like
too,
that.
we're gonna get to that. Oh, let's what we're gonna do now, everybody. Since we've done, we're talking about Predator 1 and Predator 2 because we don't want to make each individual video too long. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna come back and we're actually gonna talk about the Predator Society itself. Because I'm ready to talk about that myself.
Okay.
So just join with us in our next video. We'll see y'all in about, well, in a couple days, because I like to space them out. So yeah, so technically in a couple days.
Whenever.
Yeah, so whenever. So we're gonna take a little break. We'll come right back. Peace.